Sleeping in airports is never fun, but did you know inside of some airports there are insane, super luxurious hotels with giant futuristic lobbies, robot workers, and tons of things for you to do before your flight? I need to find out what they're like. So I'm traveling around the planet to find the world's best airport hotel, starting with what some call the fanciest airport ever. We just landed at the world's #1 ranked airport. And this place doesn't even feel like an airport because there are designer superstores, giant statues, and tons of trees inside. Apparently it has an entire indoor forest, a golf simulator, and tons of luxury restaurants. But before we get to explore, we have to check into our first hotel. This is the Oryx Airport Hotel, and they claim to be an oasis of 5-star hospitality. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds amazing. The reviews online are great. The only complaints I heard were from Alex, who said, "Nice hotel with golf and swimming pool." But when I ordered room service, it took 2 hours. I'm hungry. Room service sounds great, so I'll be testing that one. But let's go check in. I paid just over $350 a night, and this is the room we got. Considering this is inside an airport, it's actually extremely nice. But let's start with the room tour. Big queen size bed, very soft blanket. I like it. TV playing football highlights. Nice little chair to lounge in. Right next to the sliding door that reveals our room's view. So all of the hotels in this video are inside of airports. So I don't really know what to expect when it comes to the view. This room comes with a view of people boarding their flight. This is weird. There's a coffee station with bottles of water and tea. Here's the bathroom. It's actually really big. A toilet, big shower, and this kind of cool hand dryer. I don't think I've ever had a hotel room with a hand dryer like this before. Next to the TV, you have your desk, but the desk has one very important thing, the information dice. On the information dice, you'll find things like the room service menu. But remember, Alex said it took his room service 2 hours to get to the room. So we're gonna see if Alex was right. But more importantly, not only can you order food to the room, you can also order gaming consoles to the room. Hello, I would like to order the Xbox and PlayStation to the room. And of course I got some food too. Thank you. So now we wait. And because we don't have too much time until our next flight, I was really hoping Alex would be wrong.
Hello. Hello. Yes. Okay, you request for the Xbox, right? Yes. You will connect it by yourself or you need a help?
These hotel workers knocked on my door after just 15 minutes. They were super nice and helped me get all set up. Here it is. They brought me the Xbox. It cost about $15 an hour to reserve this. Not too bad, I guess. Also, the only game they had that they could bring me was FIFA 18. Kind of random, but I love FIFA. And so, while still waiting for food room service, it was time to play.
I stole it. Oh man, too high.
Woo, go!
Hello. Thank you, have a good night.
It's 11:58 p.m., which means it only took about half an hour to get here from the time I ordered it. Alex said it took 2 hours for his. He's way off. I ordered the lamb stew with mashed potatoes, and it actually looks really good. Okay, let's eat. Let me tell you, this dinner was delicious. Here's what it looked like to eat it if you were me. So this hotel also has a swimming pool and apparently a golf simulator, which just sounds crazy considering it's inside an airport. Hello. Is the golf simulator available right now? Yeah, it's available. Okay, this is pretty cool. I get why this is the best airport in the world now. I'm in a golf simulator inside a hotel inside an airport right now. This isn't real. To get started, you just pick your favorite club and get ready to hit some balls. I don't know how good I'm gonna be. It's been a little while. Oh. That was a good one, I think. This is so cool. This is crazy. After a tough start, I finally got the hang of things. And that's when I wanted to set up a really cool camera angle on my iPhone. I guess I thought this camera angle looked awesome, but it was a huge mistake. I somehow managed to perfectly crush my iPhone with the golf ball. What are the odds of that? I was setting up my iPhone to get a cool shot. I thought there's no chance I hit it exactly perfectly, but look at it. I destroyed it. I can't believe this. Keep in mind, this iPhone is the only thing I have with our boarding passes, and our next flight is in 3 hours.
Oh my Drew, this is so bad. Does it turn on?
I didn't think I would hit it so accurately.
Okay, but like turn it off. I have serious questions now.
Luckily, I had a plan, because I gotta buy a new iPhone now. See, this airport has an Apple store that's open, even though it's the middle of the night. I'm so lucky this is here. Hello, I need to buy a new iPhone. Luckily, they had them, and I was able to start setting mine up while we kept exploring the airport. I took Sam back to the golf simulator. Whoa! Nice. Nice. And somehow, she's incredible. Oh my god. I think you're better than I am. But next we found the airport hotel's gym, which was awesome. I got a little workout in. And the swimming pool, which was completely empty. Water is warm. It's so cool you can just do this between your flights. I've never been in any airport like this before. And we still have a lot more airport hotels to get to in this video, so it might only be getting better from here. But next we left the airport hotel to find out why the rest of this airport is rated so highly. There's an entire indoor waterfall and luxury stores everywhere. Like we even found this shop called Gold, and all it sells is gold. So if you want, before your flight, you can grab some super fancy jewelry. This is crazy.
Excuse me, do you have this in silver?
But it really is hard to explain how futuristic, massive, and clean this airport is. I feel like we're in a spaceship right now.
Not a jungle?
A jungle and a spaceship. All the plants are real. They even have tents set up here, so if you have a long delay before your flight, you can just camp here.
That's so cute.
There's like paths everywhere. You can just literally go for a hike between your flights. This is insane. Thanks for coming on this hike with me.
Of course.
You can hear the sounds of birds. This feels like something out of Avatar. And then if you make it to the end of the trail, you're rewarded with an incredible view of seats. So you can walk right from a forest onto your flight, which is perfect because it's about time we board our flight to our next airport hotel. And somehow the airport we're going to might actually be better. But first, because we're coming from Qatar, we got to try one of the best business class seats in the world. This is crazy. Because when you book these seats, you get your own queen size bed after takeoff. And let me tell you, they're just insane. There's like an entire hotel room in the sky.
I don't want to leave.
First, you'll notice that you get massive touchscreens filled with every movie you could want. And you get a menu with fancy food you can order anytime you're hungry throughout the flight. They even offer caviar. This is your control panel letting you call for help or make your seat lie flat like a bed. And you even get free pajamas to help you get comfy. You just need to take them to the plane's bathroom to change. Okay, this is a really nice airplane bathroom. There's fancy bottles of lotion and soap. Crazy mirror. Whoa. There's even a window in the bathroom. That's more like it. Anyways, we enjoyed our dinner, and in no time, we were arriving at what might be the craziest airport I've ever been to. Welcome to Singapore. Last year, this airport was ranked as the #2 airport in the world, and in 2025, it actually took back #1. And you can definitely see why, because there's a monorail that takes you past the airport's indoor jungle, plus it has a butterfly garden, a movie theater that's completely free, and tons of activities. But before we get to explore the airport itself, we first have to check into our next airport hotel, the Crowne Plaza, and has an insane amount of things to do. There's a reason this hotel is so special. They won Airport Hotel of the Year every year except for 2021. So let's see if this hotel really is the best airport hotel in the world, or if we're about to crown a new best airport hotel in this video. And immediately when you walk in, you'll find this giant hologram screen waiting for you, because this hotel has its own AI assistant, although her mouth doesn't move perfectly.
Hello, my name is Clara, here to assist with information about the Crowne Plaza Hotel. How may I assist you?
What's the best restaurant in the airport?
Best restaurant you can find is Aurora Ristorante and Bar.
What should I do if I'm bored at the Crowne Plaza Changi Hotel?
Visit the fitness center on level 2. Another great option is the outdoor swimming pool on level 3.
So there's a lot we'll have to do at this hotel, but first, here's our room. Unlike our last hotel, which had a view of people boarding their plane, at this hotel you have a view of the runway and planes taking off. It's way nicer to have some sunlight. And first impressions, this room is really big. Big closet, you get your TV, a desk with a view of the planes, a mini couch in front of the bed, and your bed, which is nice and large. This bed's actually really comfy. I think I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. But even the bathroom has a glass window, so you can look right through to see the planes taking off while you're cleaning yourself. But then we found the swimming pool. Sadly, the water is freezing. I'm not swimming today. So instead, we just hit the gym. And then it was time for us to go find out why this airport took the crown as #1 this year. And I think it all starts with their indoor rainforest. It really is hard to explain just how beautiful and futuristic this place is. How is this an airport?
And there's people doing a workout class by the water, like...
What the heck? Of course, this airport has hundreds of massive shops you can explore, like the Nintendo store, where you can buy a $120 Luigi or a $120 mushroom pillow. Of course, there's an arcade where you can try to win some prizes, but sadly, Sam failed. They have stores that went out of business in America, like Toys R Us. It randomly has a skeleton of Patrick from SpongeBob. This airport, like Qatar, also has an Apple store, although this one is way larger. It takes up like 2 stories. And there were hundreds of employees just sitting inside. But there's also a shop selling football jerseys. Right in the front, Ronaldo. The jerseys cost around $100 each, but there are tons of options. And they even have super expensive trading cards. So these cards are $900.
The middle one, yes.
There's a store in the airport that only sells super fancy massage chairs.
What in the world?
Like this $100 pillow that moves, this crazy looking headset. Eye massager. I've never heard of an eye massager in my life. And this main throne, it costs $10,000. They have one of the best Starbucks in the world with robot workers that'll bring you your coffee. I'm not even kidding. It's got a little face, and its job is basically to run around Starbucks and pick up people's finished drinks and plates. It's not the fastest worker, but I think he works hard. And there are even security robots at the airport's entrance, making sure people aren't parking where they're supposed to be dropping people off. Hey. It basically just watches cars that are dropping people off to make sure they don't park for too long. If you take too long, it starts to sound the alarm, and then it slowly starts a countdown timer. What happens if it gets to 0? If it does, it'll call a real police officer to the scene. So you definitely don't want to mess around with this clanker. But in this case, the robot did its job and the car actually moved. Now I can move on to the next vehicle. But somehow there's still way more airport we have to explore before our next flight. Starting with a hedge maze. They've literally built a garden maze for you to walk through and potentially get lost in.
This is crazy that this is literally an airport. Imagine you're late for your flight, but you got caught in the maze.
I missed my flight. I couldn't get out of the maze. But there's also an indoor mirror maze. They have to give you these little noodles so you never run into a wall. But it's confusing in here. Like, I met all of my clones. I have no idea where to go. And accidentally started a pool noodle fight. And you can even explore a glass trail with the best view of the airport's waterfall. There are slides. That might be a little too fast.
You ended up in a bush.
Next is the bouncing net. It's basically like the largest rope trampoline I've ever seen. There's definitely infinite ways to entertain yourself before your flight at this airport. Just not if you're afraid of heights. And we're still not done yet because we found an indoor bike racing game. I guess this way they can tire you out before your flight. In here, there's even a smile competition where an AI will grade everyone's smile to decide who has the best smile in the entire airport. Apparently, this kid has the best smile in the entire airport with a score of 84.
3, 2, 1.
You got 50th in the entire airport. I did terrible. This airport has signs for the weirdest things ever. Swimming pool, that way. Cactus garden, this way. A butterfly garden and an airport. It's totally real and over 1,000 butterflies live in this room. There's even a free movie theater. If you're in this airport, you can just come here. If you have free time, watch a free movie 24 hours a day. This is the best airport ever.
That was awesome, except there was no popcorn machine.
That's a problem.
That's all it's missing.
Have you ever seen a robot giraffe eating fake plants in an airport before?
But at this point, nothing surprises me.
We found this pond area with a river hologram on the ceiling and hundreds of real fish living in aquariums.
So serene.
Before our flight, there's one last thing I have to show you that you're really gonna love.
Wow.
They transformed this airport's patio into a sunflower garden so you can get some fresh air. But sadly, our time here is up. Bye, Singapore. I'm giving our Singapore hotel 4 stars, and now we'll compare it to a resort that has a lot more to offer as we land in South Korea. We're in Seoul, which has the world's 4th best airport, to try the biggest airport hotel I've ever seen. For $200 a night, we're trying the Inspire Entertainment Resort. And just from the pictures online, you can tell it's massive. Some of the reviews really love this hotel. Like one guy said, it has basically everything you would want. But then other people have really negative reviews. It smells, the hallways reek, moldy, and to be honest, like dog or cat urine. It was so bad that it would prevent me from staying here again. But at least when it comes to first impressions, this hotel's entryway was absolutely incredible. With massive floor-to-ceiling screens that change every few minutes.
This is beautiful.
Like it can make you feel like you're in a cave or taking an escalator up right through a waterfall. But the screens don't just end there, because next you'll find yourself in the craziest hallway you'll ever see in a hotel ever. They're literally trying to make it look like we're in the African savannah at sunset.
They're really doing a great job.
Oh, there's a baby elephant.
I know, it's so cute.
You'll see HD lion families on the walls. This is insane. I have never been to any hotel that looks like this before. Whoa. As you walk towards your hotel room, you'll find this really nice seating area with light up trees inside and giant green bushes that look like turtles. This is like the most futuristic hotel lobby I've ever seen. And then after quite a bit of walking, we finally made it down the hall into our pretty nice hotel room. It has this tablet that lets you order room service or control the lights. Large flat screen TV with YouTube and everything you could want. Nightstand with chicken legs for some reason.
That's weird.
And of course you get a nice bathroom with those futuristic Korean toilets. I was just confused because I saw a button that said kid. I guess I thought by pushing it, it might start a light show or play some songs for kids. So I tried it only for this to happen. What the? Ah!
No, why did you turn it off?
I didn't mean to, I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Oh my god.
Floors.
Make it stop.
I don't know, I don't want to get wet.
How long? You have to turn it off.
How do I turn it off?
Is that like foreshadowing for what the food does to you? Because I don't want to find out.
That's because it was dinner time and we found this Korean restaurant.
They have American fried chicken.
garlic Texas toast. You can literally have a little taste of Texas and American food 10,000 miles away here in Korea. But they have some weird snacks here, like spicy sea snail salad.
Spicy sea snail.
Spicy snail salad.
Try to say that 3 times.
They have really inspirational, motivational quotes on the walls.
I like it.
But of course I got some chicken and it was incredible. But just next door is this crazy recreation of Mars. And if you walk through it, you'll end up in this massive arcade. And it's filled with all of these weird rides and games. I found a merry-go-round and my favorite arcade game, basketball.
Good job.
I think I did pretty well. I got the 21st highest score. And they also had Sam's favorite games, claw machines. They even had one where you could try to win a pair of Crocs, but it seemed impossible. I really just wanted to try to win this one toy, but I swear these things are always scams.
Oh, no.
But we even found a bowling alley in the hotel. And unlike our golf skills, while Sam turned out not to be great at bowling, I was getting lucky. This hotel's awesome. I'm having a great time. Don't believe any of the bad reviews. But it's getting late, and in the morning, we have our longest flight yet. Good morning. It is 10:45, so we have to check out in 20 minutes. Overall, I'd give this hotel 3.5 stars, and sadly, we didn't have much time before our flight to explore the world's 4th best airport. But before our flight, I did find this. This robot brings your bags to your gate for you, so you don't have to carry it. You just put your gate number in on the touchscreen, and then the little guy will get to work taking them exactly where you need to go. This actually might be the coolest invention I've ever seen at any airport ever. But now it's time for us to fly back to the other side of the world, as we explore an airport not quite as modern. It's actually an airport that makes you feel like you're trapped back in time. We're in the Orlando airport, and this is our next hotel, right in the middle of the airport. You can even see people going to their flights from the elevators. The hotel here is called the Hyatt Regency, and one night costs just about $300. I'm not really sure what to expect. I don't think they've updated this airport in forever, so let's go check in. Also, I bought this self-driving suitcase that can like follow you around the airport, but he doesn't always want to work too well. Welcome to our room. Yeah, so maybe it's simple, but for just about $300 per night, we've got a lot here. When you walk in, first you see your 2 super large queen beds. They've got these cool like snake lamps on the sides. They are surprisingly fun to mess around with. It makes you feel like you're fighting a snake just to put the light where you want it. Look, it's a question mark. And of course, there's your flat screen TV playing Hyatt commercials. Next to the beds is your desk. The bathroom situation. This is a pretty nice bathroom. There's even a clock inside the mirror just to make sure you know what time it is and so that you can't possibly miss your flight. There's the classic simple artwork you'll find in basically every hotel. And the bath and shower is actually pretty sick. Over here, you've got your safe, mini fridge, and coffee stand. But the best part about this room is something we haven't had at any of our other airport hotels. You get a massive outdoor balcony, of course with a view of all the planes taking off. This view is incredible. I took advantage of it and just got some work done on my balcony before it was time for us to explore the rest of our airport hotel. I found the fitness center with a really cringy inspirational quote. And then I found the pool, which for some reason is closed due to weather, even though there's no weather problems at all. It's actually like the most beautiful day ever. But there's still a lot more for us to explore at this airport because even though it's really old, there are still a lot of aspects of it that are really weird. What is unique about this airport is that there are theme park stores everywhere, selling things you would normally never find in an airport. Like there are thousands of different types of toys for sale in here. Not to mention there are stores here for literally every theme park in Orlando, selling SpongeBob's, ray guns, Mario hats, and dragons. A light up pillow. That's cool. But the most expensive thing they have is a Spider-Man jersey for $80. It's kind of awesome though. There's even a SeaWorld store selling super large animal toys. That is huge. You can buy these turtles for $75. Giant seals are $70. Walruses are $70. A little expensive. So if you need to save money, buy this gator kangaroo. But one of the most famous parts of this airport is this guy. It looks like a guy sleeping in a box. He's not real. He looks like a normal traveler that's just like stuck in the airport and sleeping on his luggage. But he's actually a sculpture that was made in 1985 and he's been sleeping here ever since. I'm just impressed. I have no idea how they made him look so realistic. At least when you stay at a hotel inside of an airport, you have plenty of options when it comes to dinner. There's pizza, Cinnabon, Firehouse subs, and there's an aquarium with a couple fish in it, ice cream, Mexican, McDonald's, and my choice, Panda Express. All right, dinner is served. You know, maybe not quite as fancy as the room service we got at the Qatar hotel. But honestly, I'm hungry, happy with the food I got, and I'm excited to eat. Even though this hotel is pretty simple compared to some of the other ones we've gotten to stay in, I'll never get over how cool it is to sleep next to airplanes taking off. My favorite hotel had to be in Singapore, but honestly, what I learned on this trip is when you travel, the least memorable part is the time you spend at the airport. Sure, it's nice to get to rest on long travel days, but even if you can't stay in a fancy hotel, it's worth toughing it out to travel somewhere new. So I think this guy has the right idea, because the adventure is everything. I hope you guys had fun traveling to crazy airports with us. If you did, subscribe and maybe watch another video.